came for 2 weeks and they walk down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had to like a polio. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Angry and fresh with these when I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Go and get that on your own.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Rams. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They are going for it. Gone. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. play fake here on first down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's go get it right here. Come on.
On second down, Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. Able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This one from 48 yards away. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So the penalty really winds up hurting him there.
Yeah, winds up pushing him back. Sure enough, the field goal comes up short.
And the Rams getting set to go now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. To throw on second down is gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
4 down.
To throw is gone. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Gordon on first down. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but they face a second and long to start things out. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. Oh, he sheds himself free. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
14.
On second down, here's Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Tiger. Hey, 5.
Here's Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Gone. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
What? 380.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And complete here to Carlos Hyde. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Wilson to throw, and it's complete. Henry. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. To throw again is Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Wilson will throw again. Steps away to his, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Tim Williams in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Super one.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On the toss, it's Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Gurley now, toss right. And unable to get downhill there, as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Gurley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Boston Scott, his first carry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Rams on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun. Gone. And he's got Moncrief. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. He's going to get it running right. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now it's gone. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go. It's Gurley. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Gurley unable to punch it in on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Going Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. John Johnson with the INT. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Goff now looking to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here we go. Dula.
From the gun, here's Goff. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now.
Gotta go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Gets it to Benjamin, it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 big plays in succession, and the Chargers on the move.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A toss play, Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mac Hollins, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
This is Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate, it might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back, but that may not matter now.
7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. On 2nd down, here's Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And they're running right through it. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Orange.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Zerline's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the field goal got them back within one score, and now the focus lies on this onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Wide open receiver complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. On the move to his left. Going for it all. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Morris. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for our visitors, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for L.A., they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.